14 attitude issues only high sensitive person HSP will know. Hello there. Have you ever been told by your friends and family that you are too sensitive? Or whenever you socialize with other people, especially those you are not close to, you immediately become overwhelmed and exhausted? If yes, then you are probably one of the 15 to 20% of the population in this entire world who have HSP or are highly sensitive. Being a highly sensitive person can be incredibly stressful. So, in this video, I will share with you 14 attitude issues only highly sensitive person will know. Before we start, subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell so you will not miss out on any video updates related to this topic. Be aware that the information in this video is for educational purposes only. If you or your friends have these symptoms, you might need to consult a professional psychiatrist to learn the facts. Now let's begin. 1. You are easily overwhelmed by your senses. People who are highly sensitive usually feel overstimulated from at least one of the 5 senses: sound, taste, touch, smell, and sight. Their surroundings often stress them, especially when there is just too much of everything, such as loud noise, spotlights, as well as the moods of other people. HSPs feel and draw more energy from their surroundings than less sensitive people do. This situation, either positive or negative, could make HSPs so overwhelmed that sometimes they don't know what to do anymore. When you meet someone who is highly sensitive, chances are they already feel like they are difficult to be with. They also won't tell this to you openly since some hate the attention, but a little consideration and patience would go a long way. 2. You cannot operate normally without enough sleep. We all know how tiring life is. Sometimes we would rather stay in bed than do the things we usually do or just have that quick nap time to recharge ourselves. Believe it or not, many people can actually survive with 4 to 6 hours of sleep. However, HSPs cannot because they can get easily overwhelmed. HSPs need a lot of sleep compared to other people. For them, sleep is more than just a necessity. It is a magical elixir. When they do not get enough sleep, they lose the chance to recover and refresh their overworked senses. This makes them more irritable, anxious, and easily frustrated. Having little to no sleep can seem like hell for the HSP. 3. You easily get emotionally exhausted. Have you ever experienced being sad just because the person you are with is sad? Or when your partner is angry, suddenly you feel angry too. You might hate yourself for the feeling so much, but that is actually a sign that you are a highly sensitive person. Highly sensitive people tend to get overwhelmed or overstimulated because they are like sponges. However, instead of absorbing dirt or soap, they absorb emotions. Instead of just sensing feelings, they feel it as if it were their own. This could take an emotional toll on them, leaving them drained and helpless. HSPs could also have a tough time differentiating other people's feelings from their own because of their strong sense of empathy. 4. You overthink every little gesture and word. HSPs pick up on details that others usually overlook, even the most minor details. When someone's tone doesn't match what they are saying, they notice. When someone refuses to look them in the eyes when addressing a question, they notice. Most of the time, HSPs might think, "She didn't respond to my message. I know she hates me." Or, "He rarely talks to me this way. He is mad at me." HSPs worry a lot. That is why they overthink every single thing, especially when they think the person they care most about suddenly changes the way they approach them. People who are less sensitive might think this is nothing, but for HSPs, it means a lot. If you need help, make sure to check out the link on the description below this video for one of my best recommendations in healing your social anxiety problems. 5. You do not socialize a lot. Going out to have fun is a common pastime for many people. However, for HSPs, being in a loud, busy place for hours might overwhelm them, causing them to mentally shut down or zone out. They may look like they aren't paying attention, but they are merely overloaded with sensory information. Remember, From the words you just uttered to the expression on that couple's face several tables away, their minds are thoroughly analyzing everything. For a child, this might significantly affect their social skills and make them feel like an outcast. 6. You don't laugh at rude jokes. Most highly sensitive persons find it hard to adjust to people. This is because they cannot let things go that easily, even if it is just a harmless statement for others. When someone messes around by telling disturbing jokes, everyone laughs but them. This could make them feel like they do not fit in just because their humor is different compared to most people. They could also get criticized for being too serious or too sensitive. 7. You don't like when you are being yelled at. A slight change in someone's voice is already enough for an HSP to feel worse. If someone yells at them or expresses disappointment in a stern voice, it can feel like they have been stabbed. This could cause them to lash out or shut those people out completely until they finally feel better. HSPs are very emotional. As a kid, they might have experienced crying a lot because they got scolded by their parents or teachers, or if they had a little disagreement with other people, especially those they care about, they blame themselves even if they did not start it in the first place. An HSP may get physically ill because of a quarrel with a friend or spouse, preventing them from properly sleeping or eating. 8. You have a hard time turning down requests. Because HSPs are highly empathetic, they have a hard time rejecting other people's requests, so they are forced to say yes even when they want to say no. HSPs just do not want to disappoint other people. They would rather put themselves in an uncomfortable situation than cause other people to feel negative because of their own doing. So, it is no surprise that HSPs experience higher degrees of burnout, stress, and exhaustion than others. 9. You do not work well under pressure. Many people do not like to work when they are under stress. This makes us tense and lazy. Oftentimes, this can also hinder our ability to produce high-quality work. However, time pressure can create severe anxiety in highly sensitive persons. Highly sensitive person might become confused and overwhelmed when they have to do something fast. An example of this would be a situation in the workplace. Imagine you are almost done with your shift and then your boss suddenly tells you to finish several tasks that need to be submitted immediately. For an HSP, this could be a trigger for anxiety or panic attacks. Instead of being productive and doing things quickly due to time constraints, they may no longer function properly. According to research studies, all types of stimulation, including time pressure, affect HSPs more. 10. You can't stand media violence. HSPs are easily disturbed if they see any portrayal of violence, be it in a movie, series, or a real event. Because of this, they may avoid horror films, gore scenes, or even news broadcasts. No one enjoys violence or cruelty, but HSPs find it particularly horrible that even the sight of it causes them to feel physically sick. They may also be unable to watch shows or read books on particular triggering themes such as animal abuse or other forms of brutality. 11. You stay away from stressful situations. A lot of HSPs plan their life in such a way that they don't have to deal with situations that overwhelm them. HSPs generally avoid physically draining or stressful events like fights or confrontation. They like to avoid disagreement at all costs, which can make relationships challenging at times. Because of the continual effort to keep things quiet and limit self-expression, this might develop into codependency. 12. You are not comfortable in crowds. Similar to number 5, large gatherings of friends or strangers can be a lot for highly sensitive people. They may feel compelled to run away or shut down altogether as a result of the crowds. Some HSPs also feel physically sick that they can no longer go out for days. The added tension from people makes them worse, so it is important that we check on them from time to time. This is so they don't feel suffocated by the crowd, and they could still enjoy as much as other people do. 13. You work hard to please others. Many people may think that HSPs are attention seekers and people pleasers, but they just do not like the idea of others hating on them because of their own doings. HSPs are the type of people who put other people's happiness before their own. They know full well that other people could take advantage of this, but when you are an empath, this is not something you can control. Some HSPs are high sensation seekers, HSS as well. There is a part of them which may be disturbed or anxious by feeling overstimulated, while there is also a part which likes the thrill of the uncertainty and the unknown. This might be difficult for them to deal with the contrast of different traits. 14. You feel like you do not belong. For those with HSP, a sense of not belonging may frequently begin within the family. They feel different from them, not just in terms of how they act or think, but also in terms of how they perceive the world. This is also the same with people in their circle or just people from they know. Many highly sensitive persons experience social rejection as a result of their differences, which they have no control over. This is why social rejection is tough for HSPs. Loneliness, the lack of social connection are just some of the common problems they experience every day. There you have it. 14 attitude issues only highly sensitive person will know. Are you a sensitive person yourself? Let me hear your thoughts on this topic by leaving a comment below this video. If you found this video very helpful to you, do not forget to subscribe to this channel and activate the bell button so you do not miss out on any subsequent video updates. Hope to see you in my next videos. Thank you for watching.